which is at 8 p.m. It starts at 8 p.m.
Oh, so you went before?
So we went to, so we had time to kill and we went into anthropology. And at first I didn't want to even try anything on, but then my mom was trying stuff on. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to grab some things that I think are cute. Ended up buying all the things I grabbed.
That's good though. Amazing. They all fit and you liked them all. That's amazing.
That's
and like
the best feeling.
I just feel like their shirts are so different and cute. Like this one is just like cute and it's not a crop top.
As it shows your stomach at the bottom.
It kind of like curves down, like
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
very
cute.
Early 2000s.
Yeah, but in a grown-up way. Like anthropology is very because I usually shop at like Urban Outfitters, and I just feel like all of their stuff is so Y2K, and like I've grown out of it, and I usually don't buy things at Anthropology because it's fucking expensive. Like this shirt was probably $58.
Wow.
Which is insane, but I was like, just grow the fuck up and buy these clothes.
They do have a really good sale section though. I will say. Like it's pretty thorough, and like if you spend the time going through the racks, like you can typically find some good things.
This is
and if
true.
It's good quality, like, and will last and not just be thrown away.
I do find like, because there's some brands that like charge like $80 for a t-shirt and it's just like shit quality and you're like, this is not it.
Like,
I do feel like their quality matches their pricing, which I feel like is so rare nowadays.
I saw Lauren Geraldo saying that if you wear like 100% cotton, it like not only it like can help your skin a lot and also like prevent you from sweating a lot more than like wearing polyester blends.
Oh, interesting.
I had no idea. I don't know if that's a true fact.
Who is that? Lauren Geraldo.
She was Princess Lauren on Vine. I don't know if you remember her. She's like from Miami. She has a baby now. She literally got pregnant right before her wedding, and that's the thing that made me be like, oh my god, I cannot get pregnant before my wedding.
That's really funny.
It was like very unfortunate for her, but it ended up being so cute. Like she looked so cute with her little bump in her wedding dress.
Imagine being early stages pregnant. You can't drink, and you're like
but
sick.
You can't even see. Ugh, that would be
horrible. But yeah, I feel like if you're gonna be pregnant for your wedding, you want to have like a bump. Like that would be that's so much cuter than.
Oh, not that weddings are all about drinking, but like I'd be so sad.
Yeah.
There's one girl on TikTok, I'm gonna blank on her name, but she is like one of my favorite people to follow right now. And she's doing like a dry wedding, but she's like, we're gonna have like activities for people. Like they're gonna have like a permanent jewelry station, like
that's cute.
A game station, like a mocktail station. Like there's like multiple things for people to do.
I respect that.
Yeah, that's I know. Cool. I was like, this is like so well thought out.
But to me, I'd be like, can I have a drink while I'm getting my
permanent jewelry?
Like
just one, just like one glass of wine, just to make it a little more fun.
The thing is, like the dry wedding that I went to, like people are gonna bring alcohol.
Yeah,
really?
I would assume like if you have a dry wedding, people will bring alcohol unless you like really put like don't bring alcohol, please. Like,
well, she was saying like she's like me and my husband are gonna be sober, so like we don't want stupid drunk people like in our face, like talking really close or like not making sense. And I was like, that's kind of fair, like honestly, like especially if
definitely
people don't really handle their alcohol well, like, and then you're trying to mitigate it by having a dry wedding.
Yeah. And you just don't want to get too drunk either. Like one of our friends, the boy was like so drunk at the end of the night that he was like falling out of the car at the hotel.
At the dry wedding?
No, not at his own wedding where he was the groom.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that sucks.
Passed out like.
Oh, I don't love that.
I don't think that's fun at all. Like
no.
There's a good in between, I feel.
A very good in between.
My sister was having a talk with me about because like our sunset pictures, the sun doesn't set till like 8:30, so like we can't take our sunset pictures till like 8, I think, or 8:15 is on the schedule, and then I'll change right after that. But she was like, you can't be like drunk whatsoever before then because like you'll look drunk in the sunset pictures.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good reminder.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, it's funny for my dad's wedding. They didn't get a photographer, and they just wanted me to take pictures with my camera and stuff.
Oh,
but like
that's a lot of pressure.
How did that work?
By the time we were I was so drunk. So I think the pictures were pretty shitty.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I want to see
and
that.
then later I was like, I really
too.
should have not done that because they wanted me to take pictures, but
did they say anything after?
No, I think they might have like a picture or two hung up, but also it's like people are so picky about pictures, especially when you're not like photogenic.
Yeah.
You know, and so like they just didn't really like any of the pictures of themselves, and I'm not a photographer where I can like position you to make sure you look great in your pictures, you know. So
I feel that's like actually a really good point. I feel like I want to start like doing like mini sessions or something like with a photographer so that by the time like engagement wedding pictures are around, like we have like some good chemistry on.
You
like,
should just do that anyway.
Photographer or you and Joe?
Like me and Joe like have comfortable positions like posing and like, you know what I mean? Like it's not like we're the first, you know, we're not just taking like engagement pictures and then wedding pictures. Like we have more practice.
Yeah.
You definitely should. I loved when we did that shoot.
Yeah.
Like when
I
feel
feel like you guys have done quite a few different like random shoots.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, no, only one and then the video one, I guess.
Yeah. Slash, you're also just like good. You guys take like you're intentional about taking more pictures together. So
yeah,
you have more. I feel like we are like we selfie and then like it's done. I'm like that's our memory for the whatever we were doing.
Yeah, or I'll go back to like try to find a photo and I'm like, we haven't taken a picture in like 6 months. I
know. That's what I was thinking too. Because like I have so many pictures of us from when we first started dating, and I was like, wait, like why don't we have like any right now?
Exactly.
We like really need to like increase the amount of photos.
Exactly. I feel like you guys do a good job of taking selfies though, like pretty much every time you go on a date or anything.
Yeah, because for also like memory wise, 20 years when you're looking back, you're not going to want all of your photos to be like these staged photos.
That's true.
Like you want some, like when we look back at our parents' old pictures and they're like in the bar and it's just like, you know, just cool in the moment did, like, pictures.
On Saturday, we went on a date, just like our sushi bar, like in our neighborhood. And we just like set up the camera and we're like, because we went at like 4:30. We're like, we gotta beat the rush.
Perfect time.
That's how I am when I go. I was like,
let's do a video, like just making fun of ourselves, like, just cheersing and eating early at like 4:30.
Being in your 30s is going to dinner at 4:30, getting home and getting your pajamas. And
we like even went on a walk after dinner, and it was like 6:30 by the time the walk was done. We were like, well, what
time to
should
go to
we
bed.
do?
That's so nice though.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you went out for an 8 p.m. dinner, Dev. That's real late.
It's only because of bottle and board. Like,
and on a week. Do they only have it on weeknights?
Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, at 8. Yeah.
That's what time do they close?
10 or 11, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Quick in and out.
Where else did you go? Did you go mini golfing, or did I make up that I saw mini golf?
Yeah, Putt Shack.
That's fun.
I love Putt
Saturday. Yeah, it's cute. It was fun.
Is that a chain?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like the golfing that's like electronic mini golfing, so your ball keeps your score for you.
It's so nice.
On the screens, it like once you put your ball down, it says like Devon is putting or whatever.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to like worry about trying to keep track of your score the whole time or like whatever. And it keeps track of how many times like you hit the ball too. Like every time you hit the ball.
Oh
like,
no. I'd be lying sometimes.
I know.
I know. But it like keeps you honest. But it's also like you don't have to like think so much, you know, like in like putt and whatever, like you usually have to like tally and
usually they have servers on the floor where they'll come and like take your order and stuff. But when I was there, nobody fucking came to take our order. And there was a guy that even came by and was like, "Was this your drink?" And I was like, "No, but can I order a drink?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't take orders, but I can send someone to." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, can you do that?" And they did. Yeah, I was like dry golfing, I guess. I'm just like, okay,
dry golfing.
That's really funny. Did you go with your dad's family?
I went with Ashlyn and her sister.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Little social butterfly for you.
I know. Yeah, jeez. What a social weekend.
I know. Still got plenty of time to be alone, too. So people think like just because I post videos of me being alone on the weekend, I don't ever see anyone ever. Yeah. And it's like most of the time on one of the weekend days at least, I go do something.
Yeah.
But I still have plenty of time where I'm being an introvert in my house. Right.
That's like the ideal situation, honestly. Like just a few hours of socializing and then back to bed.
But it's funny though that people like categorize it like that because it's easier to be like, oh, Devon doesn't do anything versus like, oh, Devon's like a dynamic person and like goes and sees people and then she's home and relaxing and doing her own thing.
Yeah. It's also really hard though when you're like trying to make a brand because then that does kind of put things in boxes more because like you can't be like weekend home alone, but I also did see my dad for a few hours.
Yeah, I think people just think you only exist in your online persona. Like people forget that you have a lot more going on outside of what you're posting. And like I only post when I'm alone because that's my brand, but that doesn't mean that's all I do.
Nara Smith eating McDonald's probably in bed.
Oh my god. Did you see Nara Smith on the Marc Jacobs collab?
No.
Oh my god. They were like so in on the joke and she didn't post it on her page. But she like was baking the Marc Jacobs bag from scratch, like made the red dough, like put in the mini version of it into the oven and then like pulled out the big version.
Oh, that's really
It was so good. Like what a good partnership.
That's such a good idea. Cute.
Yeah. I love her. Oh, the girl that I was talking about before is April Buckles. Have you guys seen her pop up?
No.
She's like another reason I love her is because she's like she like sets like very like strict boundaries and she literally like goes to another, it's like an Airbnb slash like a true Airbnb, not like a actual Airbnb like on the site. Oh, never mind. It's not called an Airbnb then. A bed and breakfast. She goes to like a bed and breakfast type place.
B&B.
A B&B, not like an Airbnb.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And she like shoots all of like her home content there. Like, so she's doing stuff, like, if she's filming, like, in the bathroom, she's, like, filming in that bathroom instead of, like, her home. Which I kind of, like, love in terms of...
Does she act as though it's her house?
No. She, like, is very open. She's like, I don't shoot in my house. Like, I want to keep this private.
Does she do, like, daily vlogs and stuff? Like, or she's not filming as much of those, like, routines because then she'd have to be there all the time.
Yeah, I don't think she films as much routine stuff. It's more, like... moments or events or things that she's doing.
That's really cool.
Or I think sometimes she'll film like chit chat like type videos, but like it's not like she'll do a chit chat in her car or like she'll do it. The background isn't like so obvious.
It'd be really cool to have like separation.
I know. I was like thinking that too. Like she has so much more separation of like that she's going to work and then she's like coming home and able to kind of like disconnect and turn it off.
Elise Myers did that. She like wanted to rent an office space and then realized it was cheaper just to rent a house. And so she would like go to the separate house to film stuff.
What is going on with her? Because I've seen her posting more like on Threads and stuff.
Yeah, she
just started on and Instagram. She just started on Threads. But she's posting like weekly YouTube videos.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of funny.
Her podcast.
Oh yeah, I haven't. Well, I don't follow her on Instagram, so I haven't really been seeing stuff. But it's kind of funny that she's like, "I'm taking TikTok away from you guys because you guys can't be mature enough, and I'm leaving, and that's it."
That's
and she hasn't been back.
I know. I wonder how long it's gonna last.
Yeah, it's been a while, like a long time.
I know.
So she must still be doing fine money wise and everything, and.
I think that's kind of the beauty of like doing YouTube and then also doing her podcast. Because she has like the consistency there.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And I guess if everyone else if she's not on TikTok or Instagram, if people want to consume content, they have to go to both those places.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Very interesting.
Should I do the intro?
Yeah.
Probably.
Welcome back to another episode of So Glad We're Friends. I'm Maggie.
I'm Devon.
I'm Brittany. Welcome.
Do you want to introduce the topic, Dev? Because you did a really good describing it on your stories.
So yeah, there's this podcast called. Wait, let me look at what the podcast is. Yes, I was about to say Over It, and I was like, no, that's not it. Let me see if it's actually called that. I've Had It is what it's called. This podcast is called I've Had It, and at the beginning of every episode, these two ladies both say like what they've had it with for that week, and then they also have listeners write in what they've had it with, and they're like really funny, unserious things, and sometimes they are serious things too. But I was watching all of their TikToks because I thought it was so funny, and I was like, we should do this as a topic. So like, for example, I said I've had it with Stanley cups and how everybody is so obsessed with them and has to buy the new colors once the new color drops. Like, you already have a Stanley cup. You don't need another one. So
cabinet's full.
Yeah, I've had it with that.
That'd be crazy to do a full podcast like every single week doing that. Like, it might make me feel really negative.
Well, they talk about other things. Yeah, okay. They are kind of negative though, in a funny way. I
think those are the two girls that like really shit on influencers, didn't they?
Are they not influencers?
Let me look.
They're older ladies.
I'm pretty sure it's them that.
It's not Barstool, is it?
Yeah, it's these two ladies that shit on influencers, and we're like very out of touch with it. But they definitely are talking to like their demographic of people.
Oh, yeah. Aren't they on Barstool, or did I make that up that they were Barstool affiliated?
I don't think they are, but I don't really know.
I don't see it say Barstool.
How would you? Yeah.
I just saw one of our submissions. I can't. Is that not fucking nuts that your wedding is next week? I just said that out loud.
Wait, like, next week?
Nothing.
Yum.
Yeah. I'm going on the Bachelorette this weekend this weekend. And I was like talking to somebody. I was like, okay, so next week I'm going on the Bachelorette, and like, so can you meet on Wednesday? Because like it's before I leave. And she was like, girl, that's this week.
Tomorrow.
And I was like, I'm leaving in 2 days. Like, I want to die.
That's so crazy. Are you gonna like? Do you have to pack? Like,
I think I'm gonna pack today, so that I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna focus on one at a time. I hate packing.
Yeah. So you have to like do laundry.
I'll probably have to do a bit of laundry.
That's a lot. Do you know how many girls are going on this Bachelorette?
Yeah, like 13.
Holy shit! Do you get your own room? Oh, sad. Do you know the person that you're sharing with, or you don't know?
No, I asked my friend. I was like, "Can I please share with this person or this person?" She's like, "I'll have to see." And I was like,
"What?
I don't want to share a bed with a stranger I've never met before."
Yeah, understandably. For my Bachelorette, my sister kind of like chose all of that when she was setting up. Like, so she didn't really give anybody option. She was just like, "Okay, these girls are in here. These girls are in here." And some of them were a little annoyed that they had got air mattresses or the couch and whatnot.
Oh yeah, that's not fair.
Yeah, no. But she did do it based on like who knows each other.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's good.
Did you do it based on who paid what?
No, everyone paid the same.
See, if I paid the same and I was getting the couch, I would.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
You got to give those to the people that don't care.
Yeah, but also when like people could have paid more money, like we could have gotten a better Airbnb where everyone could have their own rooms, but people didn't want to pay more money for that. So like
that is a challenging thing. I think when I do it, I want to like try and have something that's more everyone has their own room, or there's like options to have rooms or like split.
Yeah, room. I would like the option because like I will pay more to have my own bed or whatever, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I think that's just like it needs to be said ahead of time, kind of like I'm willing to pay more to do that. But like when all my friends were like $250s the max. Then you can't really get individual rooms for that.
No. You guys are young. Like me and Brittany are old. We're like we're all adults here.
I feel like get your own hotel room. 31 or something.
I reminded my sister of your age again, Dev, and she's like shook every time. I'm like, why is this like so surprising of a fact? She's like, I do like you have friends that are like my age, basically. I'm like, you're also my friend.
How old is your sister?
33.
Oh, fuck. That is crazy. I thought your sister was way older.
She feels older, like, because
she's
out here living her 2 children life. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Should we get started?
Yeah.
Yes.
What should we start with? The screenshots or the submissions?
Let's do the submissions first.
Okay. Hawk to a girl.
Oh yeah.
I don't see her like anywhere, so that's
Me either.
Trisha said that on her Patreon, she said that like the Hawk to a Girl's manager has just been like contacting everyone and it's like, she's gonna be on your podcast, right? And it's just like trying to push her to like all podcasts and everything.
I just don't understand
who's
her rise to fame.
I think she got signed to like a bigger agency, but I'm not sure exactly who it is.
Let's see.
Like CAA or one of those things?
I think it's low-key is one of those.
That's crazy.
Or it's like Charlie D'Amelio's manager or something. Haley, I don't know her last name. But yeah, it's odd though for her situation because it's like she's had no time to establish like other content or like what it's gonna turn into, you know.
It's literally like how Pamela Anderson was discovered at a game, like a baseball game or whatever. Like she was not trying to be famous.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so. I feel like people get kind of jealous over it because a lot of us are trying really hard to have this much attention, and then this girl just drunkenly says something stupid and everybody's like obsessed with her, and like she's getting all these brand deals and getting signed to big management companies, and like what the fuck.
It's also weird
I'm
because
like, so confused because like do they think that they're gonna like, how do you know she's gonna have longevity? I guess they're fine getting a quick buck.
Yeah, I think that's more what it is.
Because she doesn't have the mentality or even like the content skills or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's so funny now to see the Love Island people coming back into the real world and like trying to be influencers and stuff. And a lot of them don't have that skill yet to talk to the camera or whatever. Like Kaylor, she's just posting all these videos of her like looking cute and dancing around, and it's like, we want to see you talk and say something to us. Like,
oh, that's so funny.
Speak to your people.
Did you see Leah was like the first one to get over 1 million followers?
Yes,
that's so crazy.
Is she like older? Like she's like not new on Love Island?
She was there since the beginning.
Oh, okay, so it makes sense that she's been.
I like her. I like her, but it's just so crazy how so many people are so obsessed with her. Like, people love her.
I thought she had like haters, but maybe she just has like intense haters and then intense lovers.
I see lots of love.
Yeah, I mean, definitely based on
I've
finale.
never heard of
We
this.
watched the finale last night.
Oh, okay.
So I'm caught up.
I watched it yesterday too.
It was really good. I love Serena and Cordell. It's so weird.
I really love Janae and Kenny.
Me too, but like, I don't know.
I relate to Kenny because he's like, she brings him out of his shell, and he's very like quiet and like sensitive and stuff. And he also said like one time I think when they got voted to the final 4, he's like, they don't think I'm boring. I'm not boring. And I was just like, oh my
Kenny's
God.
Not boring. Kenny's not boring.
That
was really cute. But it's so weird because like normal dating shows like this, it's like after it ends, we go online and it's like, oh, are they still together?
I know,
and like right now, it's right now.
Yeah, I know.
That is so interesting.
That is.
It's like we gotta wait and see.
That's why Love Island is so cool, because like they're literally in this bubble while it's going on. You can't look up anything, and they don't know what's going on.
It's so weird, and like we're just living our lives. And then just watching them all while they're still just in the house.
This freaking bubble.
Wait, so they put it out like weekly?
Every day.
Daily.
How many episodes are there?
I think 36.
I'm never gonna watch Love Island then.
You know what you should watch that just started? Big Brother. There's only been like 2 episodes.
I've never watched Big Brother.
You would love it, Dev. Like, Britt might be bored by it. You might not like it, but Devin, you'd like it.
Did we talk about Traitors?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have.
Because I started watching that with Lexi, and I really like that show.
The USA one or the...
Yeah. I want to watch the UK one, though, because of Aaron.
What's weird is we started the UK one, but then, like, we never finished it. He's on Love Island. And he won season 1 of Traitors.
Reality hopper.
He is a reality hopper. So, like, everybody's kind of like, I don't know if we trust you.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Going back to this person's list, unlimited screen time for kids.
Yeah, no. It's so weird, like, thinking about being a parent of, like, I don't know. It's like we can say anything now, but probably when I'm actually a parent, who knows what I'll actually do. But I do think it's crazy. Like, I see how much screen time affects me, so I can only imagine for, like, a little child.
Yeah. I think you're right. It's, like, so much easier to say, like, not having kids. Mm-hmm. But I feel like you have to have a lot of support, and, like, you have to have the patience and time to, like, train your kids. Just like dogs almost. Like, you have to be able to, like, okay, you can't whine in your crate for hours. Like, you have to shut up. And then if you stop, whining, you can, like, do whatever you want.
What's that girl, Devin?
Like, I think it takes a lot more patience, and, like,
for sure,
it's really frustrating. Like, it's so much easier to just give your kid the iPad or whatever.
For sure. Dev, I know you know that girl, you might know her too, Britt, where her son, like, calls her name, like, pretty or something like that. Precious. What does he call her? I don't know. He's, like, such a cute kid, and he, like, calls her by a name because she always calls him that or something. I don't know. She's, like, a really good mom, and she posts TikToks. But she made a video about, like, that parents and stuff, like, we just don't want our kids sitting in discomfort as much as people used to, and, like, you have to make them be uncomfortable to, like, get through those times. Like, even just doing dinners with no screen time, like, you can't have your iPad at a family dinner in a restaurant. Like, they'll be uncomfortable and bored.
You know why I think that's actually even more prevalent than it was before is because we are not comfortable being uncomfortable. Like, we're not we're not able to, like, just sit there for 5 minutes. So we're like, oh my God, our kids can't do that. So, like, we have to intervene. But I feel like if parents had more time, I mean, I guess, like, me and Dev probably had a lot more, like, alone time, like, making shit up, like, not being in front of screens. But I think that was kind of, like, elementary school time. And then, like, computers became more accessible, and, like, it was easier to kind of put screens in front of us.
And that, so even then, it was, like, making music videos and, like, singing along to songs and, like, all watching the same thing on one family computer
playing together.
When then high school, it was like we're all on our phones individually in the same room.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about this with Love Island because they don't have phones, and, like, anytime, like, let's say they have a heated conversation with someone and then they separate, and then you're just sitting there by yourself with nothing, no screen, no, like, in those instances, I would pick up my phone to, like, disassociate and not feel or whatever, but they're literally forced to sit there and think about their thoughts and, like, be bored.
Well, the thing that gets me about those shows is, like, the time before they're on the actual show. Like, they're in, like, a hotel room for, like, 2 weeks with nothing. Like, I saw a girl talking about getting coloring books and stuff. That would be crazy. Like, just
it would be so alone. Good for you, though, I feel like.
Yeah.
It would be.
A good reset.
It would be. I've also seen, like, this parent who they were giving their kids screen time, and then they stopped. Like, they changed everything and saw, like, drastic changes in the behavior of the kid.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I think, and then, like, a couple other ones are, like, just, like, parents not parenting, people becoming increasingly impatient due to being used to quick gratification. And I feel like all of this is kind of, like, tied together, where it's like I have so much compassion for parents because, like, in order to, like, go to work all day and then come home, or even if you're just caring for your kids all day, like, that's so hard. And so I feel like I have a lot of compassion for them, but there has to be, like, more tools, I guess, for parents of, like, hey, this is, like, what happened when I did this.
And maybe, like, as adults, you don't sympathize as much with being bored because we're never really bored. Like there's always something to do.
Yeah.
But I remember that as a kid so much. Like we'd be like, we're bored. There's nothing to do.
Yeah. That's kind of how I still am though. But I'm not bored because I have my phone.
Yeah. But I felt more bored like after doing a TikTok scroll.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
true. Ugh. But then I just open TikTok again.
I feel like I haven't been as on social media as of late.
That's good. Probably.
I am so chronically online. I'm seeing like video compilations of politic shit. Like
yeah. We were texting about Kamala and then like we were like, oh no, what's gonna happen? Blah blah blah. The next day Devin's like, I love her. I've seen so many TikToks.
It's funny.
The ones that were my favorite were the Chapel Roan of like, we need a phenomenon.
I know. That song's been stuck in my head all day and I'm like, fuck yeah.
They are great edits.
It's just so Gen Z. It's just and like as I'm just getting more and more on my For You page, I'm like, oh my fucking god, this is crazy.
Have you played Generation Gap or something? It's like a board game, but it's just cards.
Mind the Gap or something.
Yeah, maybe it's called that. Me and my family play it when I'm home.
That I think I have once. I don't remember why or where it was, but
I feel like your family would like it. It's really fun.
Yeah,
like, it's like very millennial questions, and it's like very Gen Z questions.
I think we played it in Colorado when we had that family trip last year. But like, yeah, depending on where you are at the board, you pick a card.
Oh, we don't even play with a board.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, there's like for the board, you're like in an era of time, and then depending on the spot that you land on, it's like Gen Z music or whatever, and then you have to answer the question right or something.
Oh, that sounds more fun. This is a different one. It's just like two piles of cards. That's like one's millennials and one's Gen Z, and then you just like.
I feel like I'm thinking of a different game too. I think it was like the lie one with like the 17 things, and then like I don't know. Anyways, you like go around the room.
We played that game where you had to guess. Wait, fuck, I can't remember.
It's like the person next to you had to guess something.
Yeah.
And like the rest of it was covered up.
Yeah. I can't remember what it was.
I love games.
Me too.
I do too. I need to find more. Oh, there's one that we just played. I think it's called like Wolf Pack or something. And basically like it's kind of like there's two people that are like the wolves. And they don't want people to guess that they're the wolves. So it's kind of like a game about like lying and deceit, like who can like figure out who the wolves are. But like the wolf can lie and be like, I'm a peasant or whatever. Like
that's how the show Traitors is.
Really?
Kind of. Yeah.
I wonder if they're like kind of connected.
Maybe, probably.
It's just really funny. It's like very good. You can't play with people who like take life too seriously though, because like
that's what I've had it with. People who take fucking games too seriously and ruin it for everyone.
Yeah. Because like people are like lying, you know, like you're like, oh my god, I think you're a liar, and like people are like, oh my god, I'm not a liar, like and then they take it too personally. But
I love that. I've always wanted to do like one of the real murder mystery parties where everyone like dresses up and everything. That'd be so fun.
That would be so fun. Would you want to be the murderer or?
I'd be down.
I don't know if I think I'm a bad liar. Like
I am a bad liar. I don't think that would be a good job for me.
I laugh.
But if I know it's a game, then sometimes I could do it. Because like in that situation, Britt, when you're like, I'm not a liar, why would you blame me? Like you have to be like that when you are lying.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're
like,
mentally
sometimes
prepared.
There's not always like two wolves. And like if there was two wolves, I would like crack more easily. Like because you basically like everyone has their eyes shut and then you like look up if you're a wolf. And then sometimes there's like another wolf in the group and then you like
I giggle.
Yeah, but then like even if I didn't like break it like during that and then like we shut our eyes, I think afterwards I'm like, oh my god, I know who else is the wolf. Like, so it's funny.
Oh, that's funny. The next person said people pleasing. I'm starting to prioritize myself in all things, but I'm not sure if my long-term romantic relationship will survive this personal growth because I'm realizing how more. Oh my god, I'm realizing how often giving more than he is. Oh, that sentence didn't make sense. That's why I was reading it weirdly.
I feel like that meant to be like, I realize how often.
Yeah, she's giving more than he is. Yeah, that's hard. But I don't know. That can go both ways because you really can't be like counting everything and being like, oh, I do this and you do that and I do this and keeping score of every single thing. That will just be resentful.
People pleasing is annoying on either side that you're on, though. Like when you're the people pleaser, obviously it's annoying to yourself. And then also when you're with the people pleaser, it's fucking annoying. Like being around people who like can't stand up for themselves or like can't pick a team or pick a side because, you know, that's how I am. Honestly, I'm that person, but I'm sure I'm annoying.
It's hard.
That's how I am too. I don't know. I agree. I'm trying also not to be a people pleaser. It's hard because you think of things as being like, oh, I'm a people pleaser, and now I'm not. But I think it's more about a journey.
Yeah, I definitely think that
it takes longer.
Yeah. It's not just like I'm going to stop doing this.
Yeah, it's like little actions. And each time you say no or each time you set your boundaries.
Yeah. Another one is the amount of lost dogs they see that are not microchipped or have tags or a collar at all is crazy. How irresponsible some people are.
Where are you seeing so many lost dogs?
I feel like I see them all the fucking time. They're posted in every Facebook group, in my neighbor's app, everything. People are constantly posting about lost dogs that have no chip or tags or collar. It's my dogs don't wear collars inside.
Mine don't
first
either.
of all.
Mine don't either.
So if they were to escape, they would not be wearing a collar.
I did just get an air tag for Rosie though.
Oh, that's smart.
But I don't really want to put a collar on her. I like her wild and free, but she's microchipped, so.
Can you change your dog's microchip information?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because Willow's microchipped to her breeder.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I'm sure they would still be able to call you or whatever if they did.
Well, yeah, she would. If Willow went missing, she'd probably be the first person I would contact.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, ours definitely has like our first apartment address probably for Vince.
Yeah, I should probably update ours.
Can the vet just do that? Yeah. Reminder, update your dog's microchip.
Do you guys, I don't know if this is controversial, probably. Do you pay for like the state registration thing or the city or whatever the fuck that is?
I think we
like for your dogs.
I think
I have to for getting our rabies thing.
Oh, that's interesting. I feel like I paid for it one time when Finley was a puppy and then I never did again.
I don't really remember if we did. I don't know if we've done it in Colorado, but we definitely paid for something in Chicago.
It's just interesting. Like, why is that? What even is that? Like a tax to the city or something? Because like when you go to a dog park or something, it's like you need to be registered with the city.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is so crazy how much people just don't care for their dogs. They just don't think of them that way. There's people who think of dogs like as their family members, and then there's people who like think of dogs as a dog.
It says in Maricopa County, all dogs 3 months and older must be licensed. The tag you receive the first time your dog is licensed should always be attached to its collar as proof that your dog has been licensed. This will help avoid citation and fees for failure to license. What? I've never heard of this.
We used to do it when I was
little.
If
your dog is caught or something, then they can like give you a fine. Or like if you're at a dog park or public place.
I think so. Like my family definitely did it with my family dogs growing up.
I'm like curious though if that's something like
that is so
our counties are actively looking at, because there's a lot of other bullshit.
I guess the only time I'd be worried is if like animal control picked her up or something, you know?
Well, yeah, no, that's when they would definitely hop on a fine for that.
Yeah.
But hopefully that never happens.
should we do screenshots?
Okay, are we reading the other ones?
Yeah. Should we take turns now?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I've had it with Gen Z putting down millennials. Just let us live.
I don't know where you're starting.
Neither do I. I feel like that was...
I sent you guys different ones.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Wait, do we have the same ones, or we each also
I sent you all
ones?
different ones.
Oh, shit. There's so many.
Take your pick. I know. That's why I was like, maybe I'll just...
Okay. Slay Devon's followers.
I've had it with scratchy or thin blankets. Just give me the good stuff. I feel this way, especially at Airbnbs or hotels.
Oh my God, yes.
I cannot deal with that.
Or that's why I always have to bring my own blanket.
Like, I need an extra blanket, please.
I want a fluffy duvet.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah.
I don't want...
I also feel like at Airbnbs, they always get the cheapest, shittiest duvets, too.
Yes. And the cheapest, shittiest sheets.
Yeah.
That, like, make you sweat because they're, like,
the
fake.
microfiber... Not microfiber, but like, you know, the like...
That is another benefit of hotels.
I know. But even depending on like the level of hotel.
Yeah, true.
Did you make also sure the River Hotel has amazing sheets?
I've never stayed there, but I
no.
I hope so.
You like go in and you're like, I'm gonna need to test your sheet.
Yeah, can I lay down, please? Something I'm over with hotels is the pillow amount is not good. Like the size of the pillows are so small where they can fit like 3 in a row on the one, like on one side, and then they like double stack it, and you can't like it. Just the sizing does not make sense whatsoever for actually sleeping, or they're really thin.
Yeah, that's another level of hotel thing for sure.
Yeah.
I wish when I traveled I could bring my own pillow, blanket, and duvet. Like,
well, I need like 4 pillows, so that's always problematic at hotels.
I saw someone vacuum seal it to take it on a trip, but then like, do you have to bring the vacuum sealer there?
You probably need a little vacuum.
Yeah.
Was it my turn?
Yeah. Taylor
Swift Eras Tour. Wild. You got till December.
One thing I've had it with is people like not just jumping on the bandwagon and liking what everybody else likes. And being annoyed by things that bring people happiness, you know?
Yeah, I think you don't need to jump on the bandwagon, but like, why does it matter?
When I was younger, I used to do that though. Like I would I went through a phase of not liking Taylor Swift because everybody loved her and it annoyed me. And I even went through a phase when Lana Del Rey first came out. I refused to listen to her album because everybody was so obsessed with it. And I was like, this is so annoying. Why is everybody obsessed with Lana Del Rey? And then I listened to one song and I was like, oh, I fucking love this girl. And then I stopped doing that shit. Like,
I definitely had a phase of that one, probably like middle school, early high school, where you just want to like be better, like different than other people. Or like where you'd be like, I discovered One Direction actually. Like what the
fuck? I feel like I just never had the patience. Like if I really didn't like something, like it was hard for me to be like, oh yeah, I'm into that too. Like, I feel like I can't spend, especially when like there's like just popular music. I'm like, if I don't actually like it, it's hard for me to listen to it.
Mm-hmm. I'm just into basic things. And
me too. Now. I'm so much happier now. Like I watched Love Island because everybody was talking about it and I wanted to be included.
And it
feels the same with like Love is Blind. Yeah, it's fun. I like it.
Yeah. I just can't do reality TV for the most part. So,
but when you're also not chronically online, then it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter about being in all of these things. Like it matters when you're chronically online and everybody's talking about these Love Island people or whatever the show is at the time.
But clearly it matters for all the people who are annoyed by hearing about Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Which I wonder, like, is it on their TikTok or something? Like what is it being served to people who don't like her, you know?
I almost feel like because there's so like if you just think if you've been on like your personal account, like there's so many people that are just talking about it like in general. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're just going to the concert. Like maybe they're not even creating content around it, but they like are going to the concert, so they're like talking about Taylor Swift. Because the number of people that went in, like, I think I had 3 different people on my personal account that went in the UK.
That is pretty crazy how many people went to the
I'm
UK.
gonna be so sad of my friend going in London in August. I'm gonna be so heartbroken.
Do you think Cam's surprising you with tickets?
No. We barely scraping by to pay for the honeymoon.
I had quite a few Taylor Swift stuff, and then also Travis Kelce.
Could not be over
that
him.
Annoys me.
Travis Kelce might be in my top 5 hottest men now at this point.
Oh, really?
I love him.
He's a very manly man.
I love him. And Austin Butler. Oh my god, I'm getting so many Austin Butler TikToks currently because of like his movie press.
I need to see Austin Butler again. I feel like you've already said him, but
he's more my type.
Like his eye contact to every report, like he's literally flirting with these girls. Like I would not be able to interview him.
I think he's I don't know how I feel about him.
He's so cute, but I did like him pre-Elvis, so like maybe that helps.
Oh yeah.
I discovered Austin Butler.
I discovered him. Let me find another one. People buying new Christmas decor every year. I feel that. It's hard to like not feel like you're behind on that stuff, because I feel like sometimes Christmas decor is like built up over time, or like I guess if you are really into decor and like you have the money, you buy it every year.
Or you just like I try to get just like a few little things every year.
Because at our age we are building our Christmas collection. So like I always buy a little bit more to add to. I want my house to be decked out every corner Christmas when I'm an adult and I have a kid or whatever. So I gotta buy new decor every year too. But I hate when people buy like a new Christmas tree every year. Like that tree can last you for 10 years.
I know.
You don't need a new one.
My thing was like, I'd be like, well, I want to do a different theme for our tree this year.
I know.
Like,
I did that too.
Do I want traditional or do I want more colors or whatever? And then I buy different ones.
I feel like this year the only thing one thing I do need to buy is I want to like buy more branches to like stick in to make my tree look fluffier.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Feel like fluffy enough. So when I try and like
real tree,
Joe really wants to get one, but he's like, we have to use this fake tree for however many years for it to be worth it to buy a new one. I would do 2 trees though, like one upstairs in the kitchen and one in the living room.
Yeah, I think we had one tree our first year of dating. I think we finally got rid of it this year because it was like not good. But we stored all of our Christmas decor the first year at Cameron's parents' house, and they threw it all away accidentally or like donated it.
No.
And we're so sad. So
that
they
is
buy everything
so
again.
sad.
But honestly, we went to like Dollar Tree that first year of dating and like got like all the roommates little stockings and stuff.
That's so cute. We have started buying like little ornaments each year for.
I want to do that.
Each of us do an ornament, and then like one of us is together. So,
That's
like
so
Joe
cute.
bought like a ranch bottle last year. I forgot what I got, but I just like that a lot.
When I was a kid, it was so fun, like opening the ornaments every year. Like, oh, here's this one. Oh, do you remember this one? Or like, this one is my hand when I was 1 or whatever. And like, now we just have, our aesthetic tree ornaments. And I want.
Well, I don't really get
again.
Aesthetic ones. Well, like the main bulbs or whatever those are called. But then like it's been a tradition in my family, that stand in the mall that like it's like the same ornaments every time where it's like different amounts of people and they're like snowmen or gingerbread men or whatever. We would do that every year. So we have one of every single year growing up, and then like we started that too. But like I need to we didn't do it last year, so like I have to get like a first house one for last year, an engagement one.
Yeah, you do.
And then our wedding one.
I'm kind of bummed about our first house one. It looks really lame. But like,
why? There's so many cute ones on Etsy.
Well, I got one from Etsy, and then I don't really like it anymore.
Oh,
so
you could make one. You could paint it.
That's like a Devon thing that you're just randomly good at. That's not going to turn out for me.
I'm not randomly. I put a lot of work into it.
Okay,
I work hard on it.
You work really hard to be randomly good at everything.
I want to make those fridge magnets. Like, I've been seeing people do that, and I used to do that when I was a kid. Like, that's so cute.
Oh, with clay?
Like with clay, and then you put it in the oven.
You did that when you were a kid? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, cute.
That's cute.
You can make ornaments with it.
Yeah, I was just kind of thinking that. I also need to, I finally found, I wanted to get like my bouquet pressed. Like, you know how they like dry it out and you could press it into like picture frames or things like that. Mm-hmm. And I was trying to find a local person so then I could just drop it off to them. It's literally like $390 for an 8x10. I was like, the fuck? What?
Do they frame? Does that come with a frame and everything?
Yeah, and apparently it takes 6 months to do, which is kind of crazy for it to like be dried out and stuff. But then my friend Ashley, who just got married, she gave me her girl who's in Tucson, so I'm just gonna have to ship it, but it's like way cheaper and looks better, honestly.
Damn. Yeah, that'll be so cute.
But anyways, they make ornaments also out of them, so I wanted to get an
That's
ornament.
really cute. Oh. That would be cute to do both.
Yeah, and like little earrings or something, because then you can like wear them for anniversaries or something.
Yeah,
that's cute.
That is cute.
Okay, I've had it with people backing into parking spots while everyone waits.
That's random.
It's all
maybe I'm a backer in.
Are you back into parking spots?
If there's like room, and it would be way more convenient for me to leave that way.
But it's gonna be less convenient to park.
I just don't.
Camera. I feel like it's such a man thing to back into a spot.
Joe used to get so mad at me for not backing into the driveway.
Yeah, that's like, so dumb. Time.
Yeah, well, into the driveway is crazy.
But I don't know.
And every time I get groceries or have to unload something, I'm like, I should probably back in, but I don't. I just walk around.
Yeah, I just pull in forward.
Yours would not make sense to back into your garage, Dev.
Oh no, barely fits going in forward.
Yeah, you would never be able to open it up.
Oh yeah, true.
All the influencer Amazon link posts. Not everyone is rich or an influencer.
Amazon's so convenient, though.
I know.
I kind of appreciate them. But I think it's a matter of like who you're following. If you're following like an Amazon only account, then like I had to unfollow those people because they like somehow convince you that you need everything.
Yeah,
and it's just
you don't need anything.
No,
yeah, I like people who live their normal lives.
It's so funny, some of the just out there shit that some of those Amazon people, they're like, you need this. Like it's like there's this one girl who like set up a outdoor set thing. I don't remember what it was. It was just like everything was unnecessary. Like there was not one. I remember it was like an umbrella with like a fan and a speaker and like a portable like screen thing that you could like watch out. I was like, who's doing this?
Yeah, what the
like
fuck?
Who has time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer to follow people who just live their normal lives, and then like if something is for sale within that, then they post it.
Yeah.
This girl that I'm also thinking about, she created a second account for Amazon stuff. So she's like already a main Amazon account. Like her main account is like all things Amazon. And then she created another one that like reposts the content to like get it to even more people.
Wow.
I know. It's just kind of crazy.
That's an interesting technique.
She just reposts the same videos?
Maybe she does like some different content, but...
And she's reaching more people. That's kind of crazy to think about.
She doesn't have them like connected, but like I know it's her content.
Yeah, I wonder if it's under the same like Amazon affiliate program.
Oh my god, what if it's different? That would be kind of insane. Like a oil spritzer. What else? Let me find this.
Cameron wanted to buy one of those the other day.
Like
sometimes they're like organization stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like,
or like random kitchen things that you don't need,
oh
but
my god.
I will say a lot of that stuff makes your life easier though. Like random little less than $10 things that are just random kitchen gadgets.
Yeah.
Like spice rack organizers.
the mini carts that people do. The mini fucking carts for like,
what is that?
Another thing I've had it with is the people who restock stuff that's not empty. Like what? You still have like 3 bags of chips like in your organizer and you're like, let me put 2 more in or something. And they like film that whole process. I'm like, but why?
I've had it with people buying aesthetic containers for their fridge and pantry to unpackage their shit and put it in a different package. Yeah. Like you don't need to unpackage everything to put them in a different plastic package.
Right. Yeah, I went through a phase of that and then I was like, why am I doing that? Even for things like fruits, like people say like, oh, if you cut your strawberries and like put them in a mason jar and stuff, they last longer. But like, I just don't have the time for that.
I know. Even now, like I used to put my berries into like a Tupperware, but now I'm like, why wouldn't I just put it back into the carton?
I have to say, I just said this today because I like took my berries out of the carton. The cartons give me the ick. Like they are so gross. They collect dirt and like other. I'm like, ugh. I've been putting my berries, but then I'm also like weighing them too, so it's like partially helpful.
I also don't really wash my fruit very good whatsoever, so I think I just don't really care.
I too.
Give it a little quick rinsey under the sink and
this is another big annoyance of mine. The people that have like 5, they like unbox and put 5 different like box cutters in the same drawer. Or they put like 30,000 pens in their organizing drawer, or
to make it look like they have. I mean, just so that it has a lot.
Okay, if you have 5 box cutters, that's fine, but put one in your junk drawer, put one in your office, put one at your front door. Like, you don't need 5 in one place. Like, that's not helpful.
Yeah, it's annoying.
But all for the Amazon sales. I can't find this. Her account annoys me, though. But good for her.
Sometimes you have to be annoying to make money.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's really true.
I've had it with convenience fees for all events, concerts, and I would add to this like Airbnbs, like hotels, car rental.
Someone also said tipping for everything. There is like it's everything you buy now is like an extra 30% probably with fees, tips, whatever.
Yeah. I like having kind of a boundary on tipping. Like I tip at one of my coffee shops, and then if I'm not sitting down, like I don't really tip.
I think that's good. Besides, I do think you should tip for not you specifically, but like in general for to-go orders. A little bit, not 20%. At all, but like a few dollars.
I usually tip for to-go orders
because it is like sometimes a lot of work packaging.
That's and all that. Actually, this is an interesting point because like for Instacart, I'm like, oh my god, I'm like can't tip that much more. But if I don't tip other places, I can tip like Instacart more. I can tip like restaurants more.
Well, and then for things like Instacart, where it gives you, say, you're doing a $200 grocery order.
I don't need.
You're not going to give them $20. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's hard to find like a balance for things like that of how much to tip because you don't want to just do like 20% of bigger purchases.
Yeah, you're right. It should be kind of like more ranges or something versus.
Yeah,
I even feel like that for like a really big dinner bill. I'm like, just because my dinner, like if it's just me and Joe and we like somehow racked up a big bill, like I'm not tipping 20% of it.
Yeah,
like
that is interesting.
Really expensive.
I mean, like at any restaurant, I tip over 20 usually, unless it's like bad.
We actually had some controversy last night at dinner because Bottle and Board were getting it for $25, right? But typically it would probably be like $50 or whatever. And the bill comes with a tip or like a tip suggestion on it, I guess.
Yeah.
But the suggested tip is based on what the bill would have been before the special. And so we were arguing whether or not you should tip the server based on how much the meal would have been originally or based on
was Lexi
the deal.
There?
No.
I was going to see what she said.
I know. I said I needed to ask Lexi, but
I don't know. That's really hard. It's hard with fine dining things too, because like I don't know. Like my friend works in a really fancy restaurant and she makes a lot of money, like, because everything is so expensive, but they do tip pool, so like everything's just split evenly versus like it being for that specific
That's
table.
how they do it at Postino too.
Really? That's crazy. They for all Postino, share. I feel like. I don't know. That is hard. I'm not sure exactly for that. For Top Golf always screws me up because it puts the total is like also based on how much the golf costs as well as what you're buying. So like you have to like subtract that and like just do it based on like what food and drinks you have. It's also like a huge wedding thing right now of like how like if my photographer and videographer is $7,000 and like you're supposed to tip them 20%, that's crazy.
Wait, why do you have to tip a videographer or photographer?
Well, there's a lot of debate of that. Like if you're setting your own prices and everything, it should be.
You should account for it.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't like figured out how much I'm gonna. I was kind of gonna see after because like a lot of them are you just pay by Venmo anyways. So I was just gonna see like after the fact, like if it goes really well and they deliver everything on time and it's really great, then maybe I'll be like, oh, here's 100. That's or fair. 50 or I don't know.
I definitely think if like you're setting your own prices, like I even kind of feel like this with salons, like if it's like they're running an independent business or something, you should set your own prices for what you want.
Yeah.
Like
tipping culture is just so weird here.
It is. In Europe, or at least in the UK, they don't really tip that much.
Because they're getting paid though like normal salaries. Like my salary when I was a server was $2.30 an hour.
Yeah, but like if you're a hairstylist and you're setting your own prices, why do you need to be tipped too? Like it just doesn't make sense. Just increase your price.
Yeah. Maybe because people like maybe it's a selling point. Like if you were to be like, oh, I'm charging $350 for this service, but you don't have to tip me. Versus if somebody was like, it's $275. Yeah, maybe they get more sales if it's lower, and then people tip. I have no idea.
It's just weird.
It's weird.
What else do you guys have?
I've had it with seeing Cybertrucks on the road.
I haven't seen any.
Really?
I've been seeing a couple more.
Oh my God, I hate them. They just like piss me off. Me and my mom, there's one that goes to our gym and we were like, I make an effort to not even look at this truck when I see it in the parking lot. Like I'm not even going to give them the satisfaction of being like, oh, look, it's a Cybertruck because it's really so fucking annoying.
I kind of love that.
Somebody just like wanting attention, you know, like look at my ugly ass truck.
They're so ugly. Like I just don't understand. Practical. And how much is Kim Kardashian getting paid to promote them?
That's so true. Do you think she was just gifted one?
It seems like more than that. What happened with like her finger getting cut off or something? Did I miss something?
What?
Yeah, what?
I think it was Kim. It was on this episode this week of Kardashians where like her finger got slammed in the door of her Cybertruck, I think.
Oh my God.
I didn't see it. I just heard about it on another podcast.
Wait, if this is actually real, this is disgusting.
Is there a picture?
Oh! I hope that's not real.
What?
It's on page 6. There's like a graphic photo. Ew, I want to vomit.
Ew, I don't want to see.
Oh my God, they did show it. Ew. 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 That's so bad. I don't like that at all.
Oh, yeah, I saw that somewhere.
Oh, God. Oh.
What does it say in the article?
I didn't.
Was it her Cybertruck? Oh, okay.
That's funny. I remember her wearing bandages on her fingers, and everybody was wondering what the heck happened.
I'm surprised that didn't like come out in the news before the show.
Yeah, that's really gross.
Maybe she just didn't like unearth it.
Maybe. Somebody said talking with men.
That's so funny. This is kind of like a 2-part one, but they're like one and the same. Being required to enter an email address when shopping online. I don't want more spam mail. And then like a secondary part of that is like dual factor authentication. I don't want to grab a code for my email just to sign in.
Facts. Especially YouTube and Gmail. Open your YouTube app.
I know.
Jesus Christ. And now I feel like shopping things used to be kept in email, but now it's your phone number a lot, where I have so many texts that's like, here's the thing.
I can deal with it. And you know what's annoying about myself is like I just like delete the text or like open it or don't open it, and then I have like probably 50 plus unread texts from like stupid people, and then I'm like, you could just hit stop.
That's true.
But I don't do that. So
yeah,
I've been trying to do that lately.
The other thing, I used to like just sign out as a guest, but it's so much harder to do like returns and like other shit when you don't like have an account. So I'm like on the same page, because I'm like, I don't really want like the emails, but I also need to know like how to easily return stuff or track it for like whatever purpose.
I like that Gmail pops up of like, you haven't opened an email from blah blah blah, like, would you like to unsubscribe?
Oh, I do love that too. That's really nice.
I've had it with people asking why I'm not married yet at 34.
Understandably.
Understandable.
Like the fact that somebody would have the audacity to be like, why aren't you married yet? That's crazy.
I always hated the thing with Gypsy Rose, how people were like, Gypsy Rose was in prison and she has had 2 fiancés. Like, why am I still single? It's like, well, she's different. First of all,
she's in jail and a public figure where she's getting thousands of letters written to her. Like, even Ted Bundy got letters written to him. Crazy. I just saw a TikTok actually. This girl who was like, it's my 33rd birthday, and like I thought I would have 3 kids by now, but I'm living in New York and I have a husband and run a business and blah blah blah. And I think just everything is later now. Like, everything is. My mom, we were just talking about this when I was in Tucson. Like, she was 31 when she had me, and she was one of the older moms, like, of my friend group, which is just so crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like we had a good mix of people, but my mom was, I think, 30 when she had me. So then like 33, 34 by the time she had my sister.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I would be an old mom, but technically I would.
That's what's so weird. I don't think you would, though, like nowadays. Like, I think it's way more common and normal. Yeah. Also, my future sister-in-law, I guess, she had their recent baby and she's 40, and she was like talking about what a difference it was to have like a baby at 40 versus in her late 20s. Like, just how much more patient she is and knowledgeable and kind to herself and like all the things that comes with age.
That's so nice.
So there's that too. It's like you're either getting extra time on the other end, like where, oh, you're 50 something and your kids are old and you get to then have free time, or you're getting it all the way through, partly through your 30s where you're having that alone time, and then if you have kids later, then you're just going to have them later.
Yeah.
True. Maggie.
1 sec. My phone keeps closing. A full-time job not being enough to have basics.
That's really
so crazy. It's like, that's insane. I don't know how that changes either. Like,
I don't know if it will change. I don't know.
But how the fuck? Weird. Like, it just makes sense. Because somebody else said, like everyone needing to have side hustles to be able to live their basic needs. Yeah, like, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
Someone said, I've had it with having to work for a living.
I feel that. I have a story for Patreon later.
Oh, yeah. Are you writing it down?
I am. I've had it with the scrunch bum leggings. I feel this.
Wait, what?
You know, like the leggings that like scrunch your butt or like are basically like up your ass.
Yeah.
I like never bought those, but I'm like, I have to like remind myself that people like wear those / like they put them up their butt and it makes their butt look better. Like, but I just don't feel like if I don't need to wash my leggings for like one time, then I don't want to have to like, but if you put them up your butt, you probably have to.
It's weird because I want to look cute at the gym, but I also don't want to be like drawing extra attention to my ass.
Yeah.
I always like to draw extra attention to my ass.
Yeah. I mean, I want to, but I don't want to like do it at the expense of like putting the leggings up my ass.
I don't think they like necessarily go up your ass more than normal.
No, there are some girls that do that though. Like they put them up their butts. You know?
That's crazy. No, I thought that was just like a natural thing. Like when you have a big butt, like your butt just naturally kind of eats whatever is in front of it. Like especially if you're moving and stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody said people saying I'm obsessed about everything. This is me.
This is me as well. We've talked about this a lot, but I still feel like people tapping their nails on every product they are promoting every bloody few seconds felt.
Oh yeah, I saw someone who said ASMR.
I find that different than ASMR.
I know it's not ASMR.
You can like open up a product and it sounds like ASMR-y without like tapping your nails on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm neutral about ASMR.
I've had it with people like claiming that this is ASMR. Like,
no, the whole video has to be for it to be ASMR. Like you can't just be like talking normally and then be like,
yeah,
that's so fair.
Like it's not going to give the ASMR response in your brain or whatever. Yeah. It's just annoying.
I think I don't have that. Like I don't get like any like tingly feelings.
Misophonia, like I do. I fucking hate so many sounds.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
but it's supposed to be like a good feeling.
Yeah.
But like it's not all sounds, but like there's certain sounds that just drive me up a wall. Like
is misophonia not just chewing?
I don't know. I thought it was like all sounds, but it could be wrong. Let me look. Well,
ASMR makes me feel very relaxed.
Yeah, it's a condition that causes people to have strong negative emotional or psychological reactions to everyday sounds that most people don't notice. But I cannot one of my biggest pet peeves or things I like can't deal with is like people smacking when they eat.
Yeah.
Like I just don't understand how your parents didn't teach you or your parents' parents didn't teach you.
I can't stand when I can hear someone breathing next to me.
I know. Breathing is
I
hard.
fucking hate that. And I can't focus on anything else once I notice it.
I don't think I have sound issues and I have really good hearing. Well, that's but, like I don't get annoyed by those things.
Blessed.
Maybe because I'm the one breathing loud and chewing loud.
Joe, like there's certain foods that Joe will eat. Like if he eats a toasted bagel, oh, it just drives me up a wall. I cannot.
So interesting.
He has like a specific bite with when he's eating that stuff too, where I'm like, I want to die.
I wonder where that comes from, like evolutionary. Like why would people need to be annoyed by
something evolutionary that I think might help Devin because Devin, I feel like you sometimes get annoyed that maybe you don't get annoyed, but like you're a night owl and you want to sleep in. So evolutionarily, we had to everyone had to kind of have a different like sleeping schedule because they had to protect the den or whatever. Because if everyone was to sleep at the same time, then it would be like more prone to intruders and people to attack.
So your ancestors were just the night watch.
Yeah. You just had late night watch.
I got the night watch gene.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Chronotype.
Someone said doodles. I said it. I will always be nice, but no more doodle dogs.
Yeah. That's a tough one because I have a doodle in my family, so
I feel like as long as people are doing some more education, I just think that like it's hard when people are like, oh, I want like a hypoallergenic dog. And for the first time, I like actually heard someone be like, I wanted a hypoallergenic dog and I couldn't get a doodle. And I was like, wow, good for you for doing your research. And so she got like a what is it? Some sort of water dog, whatever type of poodle.
Oh, I actually just saw somebody talking about this, that they should have done more research and gotten that water dog.
Yeah, what is it? Water dog breed.
Crest something?
Portuguese water dog.
Yes.
Yeah, so she has a Portuguese water dog, and she's like, it looks just like a doodle. But
yeah, that's so interesting.
And I was like, good for you.
My thing is, like, you can't really talk shit on it unless you're like you've found the best breeder that's really doing so amazing, or you're adopting dogs. Like,
yeah,
because I don't think me getting my dogs from not that great of a breeder, which I didn't really know beforehand and everything, is not that different from just getting a doodle. Like, there's millions of dogs that need to be adopted, so I think that's logistically always the best route.
Mm-hmm. I feel so lucky to have somehow found my breeder, and like how much she puts into her program.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Testing and like showing the dogs. Because I like didn't care. I was like, why do I care about a show dog? Mm-hmm. Like, that doesn't mean anything to me. Now I'm like, oh.
Well, and it's like mine did all of those things. It was just like the fastness of like constantly rebreeding and constantly having new litters, where like we almost went with this other one, but it would have been like a year wait because they only do like one litter a year, like in a good way. Well, but I'm like, I need it now.
I don't remember if this is like something that I like is part of it, but I think it's like you are supposed to breed them like a few times in like a short period of time, and then you stop.
I think my girl doesn't really, like, she probably does like 6 or 7 times per dog, which seems crazy. I also just made that number up, but like that's kind of what it seems like. Yeah,
that's a lot. I don't know.
It seems like a lot, and then it's like so sad that they just like go to another family. I don't know.
They retire them.
Sad.
What is a brat summer? Someone's tired of a brat summer. I mean, I know it's from this song, but like,
I don't really understand it either.
It's from Charlie XCX, and it's like a brat summer. It's like hot girl summer, I think, but just saying we're just saying brat summer this year. Be sassy, have fun.
Okay.
Live for yourself.
The Gen Z lingo is just like crazy.
Yeah.
It's real crazy. My sister said to her, because she does like freshman academy every year, where like the incoming freshmen, she does like a few weeks with them, teaching them about high school and whatnot. And she said like skibbity Ohio or something is like a word. And she was like, they all freaked out. Like, they were like, why would you say that? And like all put their heads down. I don't freaking know, because my friend Ashley, her little niece, she said skibbity meant like sleigh. But then they're putting different words after it. Like, I've heard skibbity Ohio, skibbity toilet, skibbity random fucking words at the end of it. So I
are
really
those
have no
Gen
idea.
Alpha?
I have no idea.
Let me.
Just too many.
We're getting too old.
But my sister was saying, like, she was like, now they're just making up random words, but like back in my day, our slang and stuff made sense. But like, I don't think so for me. Like, yeet and like slay and I don't know.
Slay makes sense.
Not really. Like, if you're from the 1800s and somebody was just like slay, you'd probably think it was like slaying a horse.
I don't know, but that's actually a word. Skibbity is not a word.
Oh, but wait. So archaic literary for slay is kill a person or animal in a violent way.
So you killed it.
And then informal is greatly impress or amuse someone.
Do they have skibbity?
You slay me, you really do. I like that.
Like kill in a positive way.
Skibbity.
I think it's like
I don't even know. I just learned how to pronounce it.
I have no idea how to spell it. Or
Gen Alpha started in 2010, so.
Oh, okay. Skibbity is a slang term used by children and teens that can mean bad or cool depending on the context.
See? Like, what?
That's so confusing. It can also be used to start a conversation, especially one that's full of brain rot.
Okay. That's weird. Okay, starting in 2010. What's before that?
What?
Gen
like,
Z?
What's after Gen Z before?
Nothing.
Gen Z goes all the way to 2010?
I guess.
Oh. Interesting.
This AI says 1997 to 2012. So there's a little bit of a mix in there, I guess.
That's crazy. Wow. Okay, we probably just got to pick a couple more.
Yeah.
Instagram weddings.
What does that mean? Does that mean? People.
Maggie's wedding.
I feel like maybe it could mean multiple things, but maybe one way is like you're doing your wedding to like post it on Instagram versus like
for
doing
your marriage
things that you like.
I don't know. Or it means like when people have like people exclusives, and so they can't like post anything until it's like.
That is funny.
I've had it with people saying chef's kiss.
That's so interesting.
Somebody said people saying run, don't walk when they're trying to sell something.
Yeah, all those.
That's such an old saying too.
People say that so much.
That's the millennial
especially
slang.
TikTok shop.
Yeah. Run, don't walk. It works. It makes people run.
People posting their runs. That's funny. People would like to see more of Willow's cute face.
Yeah. I've had it with people asking me if I love my cats.
Do you love your cats?
Yes, but they don't share my social media account with me, so
no, that'd be too long of a username.
Devon
and Willow and Charlie and Ted.
Would they even let you do that?
I don't know.
That would be so funny. Can you use an and sign in your Instagram?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. You can.
That'd be nice if you could.
Yeah, reduction of characters.
Wow. That's funny.
These were very good.
Yeah, this is funny. We should do another episode of this. Let us know if you enjoyed it and want another episode like this. I like submission episodes.
Me too.
Me too.
So does my mom.
Fun to read everyone's thoughts.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad.
Our listener likes them too.
I love when she is fond of an episode.
I know.
And doesn't send hate afterwards.
This episode trash. I couldn't even listen to it. I had to shut it off. It's just real harsh.
It's so funny. Okay, well, we're gonna keep talking on our Patreon. Brittany's gonna tell her story that she just took a note of. And we'll see you next week here, but make sure you go subscribe to our Patreon if you want to hear more episodes from us. We have like 20 plus full episodes on there at this point. You get access to all of them when you join. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow our TikTok and our Instagram, leave a rate and review wherever you listen to podcasts, and we'll see you next week. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.